everything. So welcome and thank you for joining us. All right,
Thanks,
Tyson,
Carrie.
take it away.
Awesome. Well, good morning, everyone. We want to thank you for joining us today. My name is Brenda Renfro. I'm with Tyson K-12 Sales. We're here to talk about how to make it work with Tyson in 2020. It sounds like the virtual food show kicked off with a craze yesterday and a lot of new ways of doing business. I do want to take a moment to introduce our team, if you don't mind. We have Linda Ballas, who is new to our team. She is going to be covering Texas and New Mexico for Tyson K-12 Sales. We also have Jennifer Fox. She is our Executive Account Manager, managing the West, so we want to welcome her. And then Spencer Armstrong, Director of Sales K-12. We're excited to have our leadership team, and Gina Johnson Bumgarner. Would love for them to take a little bit of time here just to go ahead and share the commitment and the partnership that we have with K-12 and let you know what's going on from the senior team.
Thank you, Brenda. So good morning, everyone. As Brenda mentioned, I'm Gina Johnson Bumgarner. I have the privilege of leading our K-12 and government sales team. Just first of all, I want to say thank you guys. I'm sure you're hearing this a lot the last couple of days, but the mission that you guys do to serve kids across the entire U.S. and in Texas specifically is just incredible. I know that you have gone through a lot of uncertainty, not only in the last 6 months, but as we approach this back to school environment, and it seems to change every single day. So just know that we're here to support you at Tyson Foods. You have a great team here on the call today, but also know we have 141,000 team members that work across all of the United States to make safe, delicious food for Tyson Foods. And just like you guys, the health and safety of our team members is the utmost importance. And so wanted to highlight a couple things that we've done to ensure that we can continue to produce food to assist you guys in your programs, as well as many of our other partners across the United States. We, when COVID hit, first of all, we took a very proactive step and wanted to ensure that all of our team members remain safe as we opened up facilities. So we partnered with Matrix Medical as well as Axiom Medical to make sure that we were testing all of our team members across the United States. This was key just to keep our operations going, but we didn't stop there. So here most recently, we have announced that we're piloting with a company called Marathon Health, and we will be piloting 7 health facilities across the US near some of our production locations. And again, this just goes back to making sure that our team members have access to obviously different types of medical services to make sure that they continue to be healthy and keep them safe as we continue to obviously work through this uncertain environment. But what does help us is this communication and relationship that we have with each of you. Everything that you guys provide to us really assists us in making sure that we're navigating these changes with you. So as we go through this webinar today, would love to hear your feedback in the chat of, what have the impacts been to your program? I know some locations are opening back up and everyone's kind of on a different timeline, but let us know if you're using waivers. How have those waivers impacted your participation? What are you guys most looking forward to as these schools do open back up and getting kids back on site? But lastly, I just want to say again, thank you guys. We're here to support you, and that is beyond just food in the box. As we like to say here at Tyson, we are true partners in K-12, and just know that you have a whole team here to support you.
Thank you, Gina. Spencer, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, Gina hit most of the points, but first of all, I just wanted to thank Carrie and the multi-region for putting this thing on. I think it's a great venue. Also wanted, I think there's 9 different co-ops online, so appreciate each one of you guys. Just a quick story. It was the last thing I did traveling on business was go to the LAC, and I did happen to sit at the table of the great state of Texas. So appreciate all you guys out there. Appreciate your business, and thank you for what you do. So from there, I'll turn it over back over to Brenda and Linda.
Well, we appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you. And thank you again to all the co-ops in Texas putting this on. All right. So as we know for this year, I mean, a virtual show, it's not like going to A&C and looking at all the products and being able to see all the new things and ideas that are out there. We're all in this virtual world. If you think about it, we're going to be focusing on items that you would find currently utilizing in your current freezer situation, as well as what you would find at your distributors. With this program today, we want to cover off and highlight on promotional programs like Cool School Cafe. There's going to be options for you to earn double points on qualifying products, as well as 10,000 bonus points, which can be utilized for some Tyson branded packaging, as well as some other Cool School packaging. We're also going to talk about our new digital focus magazine, as well as some versatile culinary ideas, serving solutions, as well as marketing and social media resources that are available for you as well. You know, if you think about it, you know, you heard Gina mention, we want to hear what your need is. What are some of the things that you need? It's not necessarily maybe food, but please put in the chat or the Q&A some things that you're challenged with, so that we can help find ways to help support you in these challenging times, as well as being flexible. I mean, you guys are in transition right now. We're all the way from what we call the 3C model, from the cafeteria to the classroom to the curbside. So we know you're faced with a lot of challenges there, and hopefully these resources and opportunities to gain points through Cool School as well as packaging. What I'd like to do in our next slide is we actually started our new national campaign, Feeding Families. I don't know if you've seen this advertised on television yet or not. I can promise you that once you listen to it, you will be humming this in your mind all day long. It is a very catchy tune. I'll even tell you my husband sings it all day at the house. So great video, heartfelt, warm, very sincere in our commitment to feeding families in the world. So we'll go ahead and show that a second.
Like birds of a feather, pick up his shoes and dance.
All right, you have to be honest. You know you were tapping your feet and patting your hands, so very catchy tune, very sincere. But wanted to kick that off with our national advertising, as well as an invite to our virtual food show booth. So our booth number is 113. We hope you'll come visit us. We're live streaming at 1:30 today. A lot of good conversations and districts coming by and sharing ideas, but we'll be glad to walk you through all the promotional information, as well as our Cool School double points promo and the 10,000 bonus points. There's also COVID information, resources around utilizing your social media platforms. So come see us. On our next slide, what we'd like to talk about is some of the categories that'll be featured in those double points. You know, we're going to have our breakfast bites, chicken bites like the Mega Minis, drumsticks utilizing that dark meat, as well as our Bosco cheese-filled breadsticks. With the bonus points with our other program, we'll be featuring our tenders, burgers, as well as some breaded beef. So come by and see us at the booth. We actually have a video that we'll be featuring with our Wayne Leach from Waypoint, who will take you through the products and let you see them up close and in person. So we hope you'll come by and see us. So let's talk a little bit about the focus products and referencing those programs that I said was going to be available. If you'll flip to the next slide, we're going to talk about our Cool School double points products. With that, you'll be able to go into the booth. There's actually a flyer that has a QR code. So you can scan that QR code and it will register you for the double points programs. With that being said, if you can't get to the QR code, you can also go to coolschoolcafe.com. From there, you'll find all the qualifying products through Tyson, a list of products. We have everything there from our breaded bites with breast meat. We also have our bone-in chicken, as we mentioned, with dark meat. We know that utilization of the whole bird is key right now. So you want to make sure you're getting your breast meat products as well as your dark meat products to draw down your allocations. So double points available there, as well as our burgers. We have burgers and meatballs, as well as our Bosco cheese-filled breadsticks. Please know that with this is for this current school year only, and it's only on those specified products. So what a great way to double that point balance in Cool School, so you can utilize that for some future rewards, which we'll talk about in a moment. The other thing too, if you go to the next promo, this is what we call our bonus points structure. This is working with Red Gold. With this, you can earn up to 10,000 bonus points, but you have to purchase a minimum of 20 cases of qualifying Tyson products and 20 cases minimum of Red Gold products. With that, you'll get 5,000 points through Tyson, as well as 5,000 points through Red Gold. This promo started September 1st and will run through June 30th. But with that being said, it has to be new purchases. It's anything that has not been purchased in the previous 12 months. So great opportunity to bring in those points. Those are points that you can utilize for rewards. So what do those rewards kind of look like? Well, the qualifying products, remember again, I mentioned, and this is the flyer, I mentioned, go to the next slide, and it will show you the qualifying products available. And that is going to be back to the tenders, the burgers, and the breaded beef. So please know, I know we're going through this presentation. We have 30 minutes, but we want you to come by the booth. All these resources are there and available, and we will be glad to walk with you on a personal basis, one-on-one, and highlight the things that are important to you in your district. On the next slide, we were talking about the rewards. So what do you get with those Cool School points? Well, packaging has been one of the #1 things that we've heard is a major issue in schools is availability. Supply is short. You can't do IW. The availability and supply is just not there to support it all. So we wanted to find ways that could create options for you to do your own version of IW. We've had our current chicken sandwich foil bag, as well as the small chicken box that's been around for quite some time. But we wanted to add the other category. We now have a foil bag for burgers, which you could market as a cheeseburger or a regular burger. Excuse me. We've also incorporated our new thermal wrap. The great thing about this thermal wrap, you can wrap sandwiches, burgers, wraps. It's one of those where you keep your hot foods hot and your cold foods cold. And it's microwavable, so a utilization of packaging that you can do in-house utilizing your current bulk products. The new item that's coming as well is our Let's Eat logo. It's our large meal carton. So think of it like the meal deals. You go to KFC, they have the big component for your meals. You've got your drumsticks that fit perfect, mashed potatoes and gravy, a side vegetable and a roll. But it works great for classroom feeding as well as curbside to go. So we're excited about our Tyson branded items that are available to help you to keep up with the branding, the marketing, the quality, and the support with Tyson with your current bulk products. Now we talked about Tyson branded, but I also mentioned with Cool School, there's other rewards that are available that are not just Tyson branded. We had the bento boxes. This is something that came up in our food show booth yesterday. They didn't realize there's banners that are available to help direct for meal pickup for curbside feeding. Those are some resources that are available. They had the 2-compartment trays to help support with meals to go and curbside, as well as a clear shell hamburger box with the clamshell that you can utilize. And then the lunch sacks work perfect for breakfast in the classroom, as well as lunch in the classroom with your elementary students. The clear bag that you see in the bottom right side is perfect for bundling. So when you take the bundling aspect, you're doing more than one day's meals. You got 2 days, 3 days. Some of you are packaging out, the whole week's meals. That is an option that is available. And then I love to shop online. So I was going through the Cool School catalog, just seeing what was available. And you have the breakfast in the classroom set, where you can serve breakfast in the classroom, keep your hot things hot, your cold things cold, and then stickers to help promote with packaging. You can put it on your clear containers for elementary just to create excitement and fun. So great options available, utilizing those points through Cool School. You've got product categories that are available for double points and bonus points. So how do you get signed up? You think about it. In the old days, it was really difficult. A lot of tracking had to be involved, but it's not like that anymore. I mean, all you have to do is make the purchase or first enroll. If you're not, please come by and see us. We'll help you figure that out. But then make your purchase. Utilize your information and velocity reports to your distributor, and then from there we can submit that, And then all you do is redeem. You get to shop online, better than Amazon. So just to help yourself there, come by the booth and see us, and we'll help get you set up and ready to go. So our next area that I wanted to talk about was the Digital Focus magazine. As you all know, with Tyson this past start of the school year, we went through an optimization. With this digital magazine, Focus magazine, we've looked at the core items and the products that are available that we can help supply and meet demand. The great thing with this magazine being virtual or being digital is you can go in, you can click on the links. It has links to resources with marketing, has nutritional information, the same thing that you've seen in the magazines we've handed out at A&C all the past years, but now you have the link direct to the information at your fingertips. So please come by and see it. It'll give you a chance when you go into the booth and you click on that Focus Mag, is if you want to request samples, please use your app to go in and click samples, and we will get you down and we will work with our Waypoint partners to make sure we get samples in for you to try those products. So another thing that we wanted to point out too is we're getting requests because with the shutdowns of schools in several months, what's happened is product may be becoming close to going out of date. We do have the capabilities of offering shelf life extension letters. I do want to reiterate that we cannot do it on products that are already expired. It has to be done prior to expiration. But we do have a way to submit that information, but what we have to have is the production code date and the number of cases on hand in order for us to submit that request for you. So this slide that you see, and you can come to the booth again, please come see us, 1:30. We can show you how to read and find the production code date to submit that request on your behalf. We want to make sure you can utilize that product that's in your freezers currently without any waste if possible. So IW options, you know, when you think about it with IW, I mean, we know that districts across the countryside are wanting to serve. That's the easiest and fastest way to go. But what's happened is there's limited supply, and it's become an industry-wide issue. This is not just a Tyson issue. The demand has increased over 200%. With that being said, you know, with the facilities being at capacity, and we're also still facing labor constraints, we have to find other options and ways to meet that IW type concept without buying individually wrapped products. So with doing that, we wanted to focus again on utilizing our core products. Well, what does core products mean? It's basically the products you're already using, the product that's in your freezer right now, the products that you have ordered in that's at your distributor. Chicken sandwiches, handheld chicken tenders, ingredient meats, burgers. These are the things that you have in-house. Well, our mission is, of course, is to help you keep feeding kids and offering those possibilities to be more dynamic with items you already have carried in your freezers to help comply to your menu. So with that, the whole focus, and we've talked about double points with Cool School to provide other ways to get packaging, but we want to utilize those core bulk products to create your own version of IW. There's a lot of districts out there right now that are doing an amazing job utilizing other products in-house and sourcing out to find packaging solutions. We just mentioned again with those bulk products with sandwiches and handheld, but you want to leverage those packaging options from Cool School to create quality IW offerings, whether it be Tyson branded or even some unbranded or a mixture of both. By doing this, you're benefiting by utilizing your current inventories at your district as well as at your distributor, and also helping with the manufacturer. Because remember, we were producing just like you guys were ready to order. We have product in-house and inventories that we need to be able to move out to help supply the demand within the K-12 segment. So it's a real partnership that we're all working together hand in hand. So I thought this was kind of a cool site working with our chefs and culinary side of it, but it was about build your own IW burger or chicken sandwich. What's great about it is you have the versatility in your protein choice, whether it be beef, pork, chicken. You can also have versatility with side options, toppers, sauces, and grains. whether your bread carrier, whether it's a bun, whether it's a wrap, whether it's a muffin, whatever it may be, but you have a lot of variety there. But at the same time, there in the red, you'll notice in this slide when you go back to it, is there's some notes of how to maybe help in the process of building it. You can build from frozen, so you're not unnecessarily refreezing the bread and the protein. You can serve the toppings in a secure container, so when it comes to retherm, when you send that product home to the student, and then wrapping the sandwiches. We talked about the thermal wrap that was available through Cool School. You want to make sure that that is microwave safe for students and families to reheat and allow the natural flow and the ventilation when heating that product. And then, of course, last but not least, heat from frozen 120 to 130 seconds, or if it's thawed, 40 to 60 seconds, depending on the power of your microwave. So there's some options and solutions that are out there to help you. Just keep that in mind and come by the booth, and we'll be glad to take you further details into it. So with the next slide on it, I wanted to show you and share some ideas around the meal kit ideas. There's some great things going on out there across the countryside, and there's some ideas with the way they're doing compartments, whether it's classroom feeding, curbside feeding, but we hope that you'll come out and take a look at it. It's just some ideas and thoughts that you can work through. It's a way for you to show pictures through social media, but as well as communicate and connect with your students through food, so that you're promoting your program. When you do that and they see the beautiful layouts and product ideations that you're doing with your individually wrapped or to-go products, you win in that process. I always say the way to a person's heart is through the stomach. So put those beautiful pictures out there, what you're working on. And then last but not least, this is a picture of the meal kits. It looks like there's a little bit of a delay, but we want to keep on our 30-minute timeline. But some beautiful things that are happening across the countryside. And then on terms of menuing made to work, this was awesome. We had an internal team put together some menus made to work. You got Monday Drum Day, Taco Tuesday, Meatball Wednesday, Burger Thursday, Friday Bite Day. What I love about this is it gives you a consistency and theme of what you're putting on your menu, but the versatility to change your products up. So it gives you options to work with your students, keep the excitement and the freshness of your menus in place, and the flexibility to make changes. An example, we were talking about Taco Tuesday. Maybe one time it's chicken tacos versus beef tacos. We talk about drumstick days. You've got breaded drumsticks, glazed drumsticks, hot and spicy drumsticks. And then, as we go forward, it's just finding the ways to make your menus work at any given time and place. So we know there's a lot of flexibility and a lot of changing going on. The point is we're here to hopefully inspire you, but as well as we are continually inspired by you and want to be able to provide solutions from packaging points and values for our customers. We care about you, we love you, and we want to help support. So I'm going to turn it over to Linda, and she's going to take us into culinary ideation as well as our social media platform. Thank you all.
Good morning, everyone. We had a little malfunction earlier. Our driver lost her internet, so I was driving the presentation, and now I've lost mine. So Brenda, if you're able to bring it up, or Jen, if you're on the call, go ahead. Otherwise, I'll just talk to you briefly about some of the things that we are going to share in our booth. So as far as our resources, I like to say, as Brenda says, we're not just protein in a box. We have a lot more resources and things to share with you. So from culinary to marketing to COVID resources, we are here for you, and we'll share that information with you. One of the things we want to talk about is some program enhancements, is that pre-ordering capabilities. Now, we don't have that to offer to you, but we want to recommend it to you because we've seen that it's been very helpful to our districts. Students and parents are more tech savvy. Allowing that pre-ordering capability gives you that option of planning ahead, so it kind of frees up your staff, and it gives the parents and students that ability to choose and to order ahead. So when you think of some of those companies, we have Choosy, My Meal Order, Nutrislice. Those are just a few. A lot of their capabilities are very similar, but choose what's right for you, and just take a look into that if you're not already using that option. I want to talk briefly about marketing through social media. Today, more than ever, social media is paramount and extremely important. And why is that? Because it gives you a way to market your brand, tell them who you are, your core values, and create that community. Since you don't have a lot of interaction with kids and parents with this virtual learning, it's important for you to connect and to share your message, communication, where meals are being picked up and served, the hours of operation, all of that is very important. If you think about the forms of social media, we have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. So one of the most important ones for sharing student nutrition is Facebook. And that's because it's like a news feed, a newsletter. Here you can share news, information, highlight your staff, share flyers of pre-ordering, of where your meal pickup is. Take pictures of your food. That's one of the most appealing. When they see what you're serving that day, or if you're running a promotion, that's going to help increase your participation, because the students will see that's what's available, and it looks really appealing. And we have a few minutes left. So again, we just want you to stop by booth 113. We're going to be live streaming today and tomorrow. We had a great session yesterday. We have all of these resources available to you, so we can talk with you live. Come by. We've got 5,000 bonus Cool School points today. We've got some culinary presentations, videos that we can share with you. And again, we want to thank you today for joining our presentation on behalf of Gina, Spencer, Jennifer, Brenda, and myself. We're really excited to be here today. And we thank you for everything you're doing. And I think we have 1 minute left for some questions. Carrie, did you see
Hi. Thank you so much, Tyson team. That was a great presentation. Lots of good information. I do have one question that came through. So the question is, are some of the items not produced this year coming back next year, specifically the Asian chicken chunks and dill pickle mini bites?
That's a great question. I'll sort of lead this off. Everything that we did through Tyson Optimization is what we call shelved. We just shelved it for this current school year. So the plan currently right now is to bring those products back starting the following year. But of course, just like your world, everything is changing based on how school's going to transition, and the same thing with Tyson, you know, what your needs are going to be. So I don't want to say that everything is a definite, because it's a very fluid situation, but the plan is to bring it back at this time.
Okay, well, I think that's good news to that one attendee for sure, and I'm sure several others. Well, I'm turning my video back on. I so appreciate all of you being here this morning and being a gold sponsor for our event. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Take advantage. And I want to remind our attendees, stay where you are. I've got Longview ISD coming up next for their Rockstar District presentation. So thanks, you guys. Awesome.
Thank you. Come see us, booth 113.
Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.